Come here, baby. Power pole down. Power pole down right here. Stop here in the honey hole. Sometimes you just have to change baits. Sometimes you just use a potpourri of baits to catch fish. One of the questions I get asked all the time, totally, people want to know, Jimmy, how do you know when to change baits? How do you know when what they're biting on? You catch a fish or two and then you go a while without a bait. How do you know? Well, today we've been fishing out here and we started out with a jerk bait, caught 4 or 5 fish on jerk bait, changed over to a plastic worm, a hydrotail worm, and we did pretty doggone good on it. Picked the spinner bait up right here in the middle of the day, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they hammered it. Well, let me tell you, generally, if you're having to change baits in order to catch fish, generally, the fish aren't biting very well. If the fish are biting really good, they're going to bite a spinner bait, they're going to bite a crankbait, they're going to bite a worm, whatever you want to throw, maybe a topwater, a buzzbait, a frog, whatever. So when they're biting, when they're hard to catch, that's when you need to be changing baits. But here's the other point of that. They're hard to catch, so you've got to make sure you give that bait a good opportunity. You don't want to take that thing, put it on 10 or 15 minutes and cut it off and change baits. I've been with fishermen that do that. I like it because they may go through 20 baits and finally figure out what they're biting. But you need to give it a good opportunity. And I'm saying like an hour at least, sometimes a couple hours when the fishing's tough, and then change baits. Give that an hour or 2 hours. But always change baits to something that you think should possibly work. Have a reason. Don't just pull a bait out of the tackle box. Well, I think I'll try a spinnerbait. You know, don't do that. Have a reason why it might work. Once you do that, you can change baits with some sense of intelligence and wisdom about it, and changing baits a lot of times will really change your day. If this had been a tournament today, once I figured that spinnerbait out, I could have gone from not having a really good string of fish or maybe only having 1 or 2 fish to having a limit in a heartbeat and doing really, really well in a tournament. So change baits, but change it with a lot of intelligence behind it.